All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grill. All right, let me just that a little bit. There we go. All right. Woo! Today was a day. I only had one signing, one house inspection, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get a phone call. Well, actually, a email to do a probate retrieval, estate probate retrieval, and it didn't happen. So let me walk y'all through what went on. And thanks again for hitting the like button, subscribing, the super thanks, all of that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it, for sharing. Really appreciate each and every one of y'all. So today I got a call. I keep saying a call. First, it was an email asking could I do a probate retrieval, I guess receive documents for a couple that was deceased, or two people that was deceased, to send to this here, I guess a law firm or capital company or something. So I called, and so when they sent me the email, they asked me, what was my fees and what's the fees for printing and all of that. And a lot of times companies will ask you what your fees are, and you really don't know what it entails to do the order. So I suggest that you give them a call. So I told them, first of all, I just hit the thing, say, yeah, it wasn't even an app, replied back to the email saying, yes, I'm available. Then I glanced back at the email and it was asking for fees. I said, hey, I'm in a meeting right now, but I will contact you shortly with a full answer, meaning I'm going, tell you what the fees in is and all of that. So after I finished the signing that I was doing, went out to the car and gave them a call. And I was still confused because I never done a probate retrieval before. So I didn't understand what was involved. So they kept asking me what's the printing fees. And then I said, okay, well, is there anything I need to notarize, this, that, and the other? Because again, they're not really giving me any clear understanding. And I guess they assume that I would know exactly what this means, all that. And come to find out, I sort of missed the fact that the people were deceased, But again, I'm just asking questions because this is new to me, and I rather ask questions and have them say, we don't want to mess with you, than to not ask questions and then mess something up. So I asked the question. They told me, I said, okay, so there's nothing for me to print. And they were like, no, but they kept saying, what's your print fee? And I'll tell y'all and I figured it out later. I said, so then you want me to scan the documents back to y'all, correct? Yes. Okay, got it. So they said, what's your fee? I told them a C note because I wasn't sure. And I said, is that okay? I said, you let me know. I said, because I don't want to overcharge y'all. Really worried about undercharging, but I don't want to overcharge. So they said, yeah, that'll be fine. I said, okay. So I go to the courthouse. So at first I'm thinking, again, forgetting that the persons are deceased. I'm thinking I'm going to their house. Then I get the thing, I got to go to the actual probate court. Then it started clicking in. Okay, Griff, get your head together. And it happens to everybody, or to the best of us sometimes. So I go down there to the court. Don't know what the heck's going on, how this thing works out. Wasn't sure if I could take my cell phone in there, anything. So I had pen, a folder. I happen to have an extra folder. I had a folder for the papers to go in, my cell phones, all of that. Get in there, and first thing I did, since I've never been in that building before, I asked the people, I said, what do I need to do? What y'all need me to do? And the guy looking at me like, huh? I said, well, I've never been here before. And I told him straight, I said, I've never been here before, so tell me what y'all need me to do so I can gain access and all of that. And it's weird because sometimes when you go to these places, it's your first time. If you just go to walk in and there's a protocol and you don't, and they're like looking at you like, what are you doing? No, you can't do that. So what I tend to do is ask them, what do you need me to do? And they still look at me sort of cockeyed like, why are you asking me what to do? I said, because I don't know. I said, do I just walk through the thing? Do I pull my stuff out and put it in a bowl or something? So the guy finally, I guess he caught on that, okay, I need to be given some guidance. Told me what he needed me to do all that, go through. They do the little wand thing. Cool. Tell me where the probate office is, get to the probate office. The first person I speak to, they're like, oh, well, you need to go over there and do a record search. Okay. Go over there, search, no records. I see some people in the back. Hey, I need to get this information for this probate thing, ... Oh, you need to talk to the clerk. Go over there, back to the person, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well that person's at lunch now." I'm like, "Sure." So they at lunch. They give me the card. I emailed them. As of yet, I still haven't received an email reply back because I emailed them, "Hey, this is what I need done." So once I got there, it started clicking in what they meant by print. Basically, I would have to get a copy of the documents. They're going to print me, I guess I will pay for the printing of the documents. Then they wanted me to scan the documents and send that to them. And then it started all clicking in the process. So with this probate thing, at least here for Portsmouth, that's where I was at. You go in there, and it's weird because they was expecting me to have an appointment, I guess, to talk about probate. And I was like, no, I'm a notary. I was asked by this particular company, and I told them the company's name, to retrieve estate documents for these people here. And I showed them, I said, for these people here. Then they started figuring out, oh, okay, this is what you need to do. So I leave because they say, well, you're going to have to wait for the clerk to come back. I kept thinking supervisor or officer. They said, you have to wait for them to come back. I said, okay. But I couldn't. I said, well, I got this house inspection. So I did the house inspection, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back from that location. And when I get back, they're like, oh, Dan, a Zoom meeting. They was in a Zoom meeting until I think almost 4 o'clock. So I couldn't get anything done. So I contacted the company telling them, emailing them, hey, this is what's going on. And it's best to email instead of phone call, so you have a trail, a paper trail of what you saying back and forth to people. And once I told them, I said, hey, I got another appointment. I, can't wait any longer. They're in the meeting till almost 4. They was like, they never responded back, the company who hired me. And I asked them, I told them, I said, I will come back on 10/31 tomorrow at 9 a.m. unless you tell me otherwise. Because, see, I don't know if they want to say, well, you know what, forget you can't get it done and get somebody else. I don't know. But I needed to, let them know that, hey, unless you tell me otherwise, this is what my plan is. Y'all tell me. And they wanted it done today. But this is where sometimes the problem comes in, at external entities from your state will ask you to do stuff and they don't know the process. And I've never even thought about contacting the court to figure out what the probate process is for a notary just coming off the street and all that kind of stuff. So it was tiring, caused me to be a little late on a scan back, because I was trying to slide it in. I'm thinking I could just slide in there, go get it, boom, boom, boom. But it wasn't that easy. So the moral of the story is that it might be easy for you, but it might not be easy for another person. So you need to make sure that when people talk about, I'm going to train you and pay me money to learn how to do probate retrieval, it's not hard, but you got to understand how that particular city's office functions. And, okay, well, I'll leave that on. Notifications. Let me turn this off. There we go. So tomorrow I'll go back down there. Hopefully I will be able to get it. Now I did send the person that gave me the contact, the probate clerk or officer, a email outlining what I need, who contacted me, and what information did I need, and and all of that. Still haven't received anything back from them. Maybe I might not. That might be their policy. But I did at least email them, so there's a paper trail that I contacted them. And I'll go down there first thing tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. I'll be there, and get it done. And see, what was also the office itself, or that building, doesn't close till 4:30, but the probate people close at 3. So I already knew that if they in a Zoom till almost 4, and it was like I got there 30 minutes before 3. Should have just said 2:30. I got there at 2:30. Then 15 after 3, the person still hadn't come up because they're still in that meeting. I don't think they was going to provide me with the documentation that I needed because it was after their actual working hours. So that's why I told them they close at 3, the hiring company, and I had to go on and bounce. So unless I get an email saying otherwise, I will go back down there on the 31st, get everything done, scanned, all of that. It might be just 2 pages. It might be 30, 40, 50, I don't know. I really don't know. And hopefully it's just a flat fee for printing, maybe $10 for each, so that's 20 plus, my time to travel and all that. So that's why I went with $100. I'm not saying that that's the standard. That's just what I grabbed out the air and threw on the table to see what they would say. And then from here, I will figure out whether or not that's a fair price. But this is one of the reasons why I was always concerned about doing stuff with going back and forth to the courthouse, because they have a process that the way they do things, and a lot of people make it seem like, oh, you can just run down there and do process serving just in and out. Some places yes, some places no. And when you're doing loan closings or house inspections or other things, trying to follow their process, or we're not even trying, knowing you have to do that process or the way, could actually interfere with you being able to make money doing those other things, because I did not like the fact that it caused me to be a little late on my scan backs, because I'm thinking it's just going to be a quick in and out, and it was nothing like that at all. And then when you call there, you just get this voice message system, and you can leave a voicemail and they say they'll contact you within 24 hours. Well, that's a little too late. So you're never going to talk to somebody physically. It's just call, hit the extension, the phone rings 7 times, voicemail come on, and that's it. And then if you pop up, they might not take care of you because you don't have an appointment. So this is something that I experienced today. It's a little frustrating, but I'm gonna see it all the way through, make sure it happens unless they tell me otherwise. But you always got to be ready to hop on an opportunity. You just never know. And yes, it was very last minute, and my mindset is I'm gonna say yes to it unless I have a reason to say no, and we'll see what happens. So I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. I'm about to eat some Korean barbecue wings from Tyson's that I found, and I should have read the ingredients because them suckers were spicy. That spice hit hard. I was like, whoa. And I'm not a spicy person, so I don't handle spice too well. But daggone, at the other end of it, they good. They good. So I cook them a little extra crispy in the oven, and get me some rice and some vegetables I'm about to fix up. And they on point. I ain't gonna lie, them wings are on point and everything. Probably need some kind of dipping sauce also, teriyaki dipping sauce and everything, but I don't want to eat all that, have all that sodium and soy stuff, so we'll see. But hey, if y'all got any questions, additional questions, let me know in the comment section, but I will give you an update to what happened, if everything works out or doesn't work out, so that y'all will understand what I had to go through, and hopefully it can prepare you if you ever get asked to go do a probate estate retrieval for somebody. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.